going to talk about today is futures trading or forex futures trading and or forex trading, and basically the strategy that I use for my trading journey and how I started trading futures. So, um, so I usually trade forex, but I kind of leaned more into futures in the last, like, I would say, few months. So I want to show you guys what I do. So the futures pairs that I trade, nothing fancy, just trade silver and I trade US 30. So I want to actually show you guys what I'm looking at right now for silver, and what I actually do to find setups to make money with silver. So if we look on my chart, I can't really zoom all the way out because of my thing for some reason. So I'm on the 4 hour time frame. So when I'm on silver, I use the 4 hour time frame for my long-term trend. So that way, when I'm on the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, I don't get stopped out, or I have less chance for price to go against my trend bias. So so right now, I'm gonna just move my face right now. Right now, if you look at the screen, you can see that um, there are, I know it's kind of messy, but there are 4 white lines. And those 4 white lines represent my market structure slash the trend. And so to find a trend, I zoom all the way out on TradingView. And the reason I zoom all the way out is because when you zoom out, you can actually find and see the obvious trend, and not only the obvious trend, you can find the significant pieces of market structure. So for me, I don't, instead of trading a trend line for my trend, I trade structure. So I will mark up the most recent highs and lows. And if you trade smart money, supply and demand, or any other strategy related to that, you understand that. So when you zoom all the way out, if you're used to using a trend line, you can see that, okay, the trend looks like it's going up and it's bullish. So for me, instead of writing that trend line, I actually draw the low and the high. So you see how there's that high prices slash premium white text, and there's that low prices slash discount text. So basically, to make money in forex or futures, how I make money is I simply buy at low prices and I sell at high prices. So if my trend is bullish, I'm looking to buy low, and if my trend is bearish, I'm looking to sell high. And to do this, I use the 4 hour time frame on silver, and I can see that it's bullish. So low prices discount is the lower part of the price range. And the price range, and what determines what the price range even is or are those 2 white lines that I drew right here on the 4 hour time frame. And so in between those lines, which is my high right there with the gray arrow that I just drew, that's my high, my all-time high, and my all-time low is where the low prices discount area is, so right here. And so price currently live is in the low prices discount range towards the bottom of the all-time low of silver. And since then, I can now go into time frames like the 15-minute on the lower time frame, and then you can see those green lines, which represent bullish structure on the 15-minute. And not only that, I'm actually expecting price to break out of that yellow line. And the reason I make everything so dramatically different with colors, so you guys can learn easier, so you can, everything can be color coded. So that's the battery. So my demand zone was right there, and right here is where the gray zone is. So you see that gray box? That's basically my demand zone slash imbalance gap. So I trade imbalance gaps and order blocks, and most of my setups are imbalance gaps and order blocks on a weekly basis, and that's pretty much all I do. And so the gaps right here are what I trade. So you can either enter off of that. I didn't, because for this trade specifically, I actually wanted a reaction from this, in which I did get. So you see that rejection candle. Once price reached my gray box, you see that rejection candle right there. That rejection, when you're trading smart money or supply and demand, that is a major confirmation that your supply and demand zones are valid, because when you see a rejection candle, smart money will tend to bounce off of that level because it doesn't like that level, or because it's already tapping into that and it's precise, because smart money is really precise. So when you're trading smart money, you have little drawdown, because if you're trading certain areas because smart money is the banks and institutions in the forex market, but in the futures market, it's more of also institutions, but it's also it can be economic role. So people that have high social status, that have a lot of money, that are wealthy, that have a role in the market, that are one of the big players, they could have a large amount of gold and influence the price of gold. And so basically, it tells you where they're entering. And so rejection candles are good, and that's how I use them. And so now that I see the rejection candle, I'm simply waiting for price to break this yellow line. Now, what this yellow line represents here is a liquidity line. So a lot of retail traders, they'll trade support, resistance, and trend lines. And a lot of them think that because that trend line is going down, some of them actually believe that the price is going to go down, and that's liquidity. And liquidity for us and how I trade is simply areas in the market where there are lots of stop losses, and those areas can be considered popular areas to trade on a retail perspective. And so, for me, I usually take profit on those areas, or I do a breakout retest on the areas. And so, yeah, so there's liquidity right here. There's a double top right there, and I'm expecting silver to go all the way up to that yellow line. And yeah, so right now, if we go to the lower time frame on the 3-minute, I can either find a demand zone, and I can actually look for entries right here. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to make this video too complex and too in-depth. I just wanted to be real simple. So the key components for me to trade are my trend and buying low and selling high. And to categorize the buying low and selling high, you can look at buying low as buying at a discount price, and then selling high as selling at a premium price. So yeah, so supply is when demand is when prices are greater than supply and prices rise, and supply is when supply is greater than demand. When supply is greater than demand, prices will actually fall because there's more sell pressure, there's less demand. But yeah, guys, I hope you found this video valuable. And if you guys want to connect with me, share with me your trading journey, your charts, and where you guys are at, I might love to be of help. I also have a free Discord for traders like you, and in the group we just connect. There are different types of traders that trade differently from me, so you'll see a lot of different diverse people there. You'll find like-minded people. We have a lot of cool stuff we do, events, things like that. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys found value again, and peace.